can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money.
Hello, and we are happy to come your way again with the TSM talk in simple Liberian English or Liberia Pidgin English. The stage media, or TSM for short, is that news group or organization that working hard to make sure that you get story from the internet, from the radio, and from anywhere, the correct news. TSM is doing this more here because there are plenty of news that can go around. My name is Seo Watosin, TSM Liberia Pidgin English friend. So let's start. On Sunday, October 13, 2024, news breaker in Monrovia here to say that two men were getting married in one United Methodist Church in the New Jersey area. The news went on to say again that that same kind of thing was going on to one other United Methodist Church in the 72nd community here. For men and men to get married and woman to get married, they won't hear they call it gay wedding. While the thing was going on, also one man they call Stephen Johnson, he's a newsman or journalist. He put it down too to say that the same thing was going on in New Jersey. Now, for men and men to get married, to even say do man or woman business, the law in Liberia it put stop to it. So anytime people hear something like this here, it can be something. That's why the whole place was upside down. Under the law in Liberia, anybody who they catch doing something like this here, they can really punish you in a serious way. So with all the plenty hara thing that was going on, so because of this, the police people went to work and asked the big person for the United Methodist Church in Liberia here, Bishop Samuel Choir, to go to the police central in Monrovia here. And by the time people go to look on the internet, people see Bishop Choir on the internet TV answering questions there from the police. But in the talk that he talked to the police station, he said people must know that the United Methodist Church in Liberia here, they're not gay church. They're not church where people can go and do the man and man business here, woman and woman business here. So people do not confuse people in the singer. And nothing like that was happening in the two churches then, the Methodist Church in New Jersey and the Methodist Church in 72nd community. That all the thing about the people talking is not true. The big person for the police in Liberia here, Gregory Comer, he even say, yeah, it's true, the police people call the bishop of the United Methodist Church. Because that day, it was something that people were making grumble to those two places that the police people had to go there. So when TSM decided to check all this one here, they went to the same places there and started to ask some people. One man they asked, they call him Thomas Deba. Thomas Deba, he can change money and he's selling scratch card in the area. He said that is true that on that day on Sunday, people inside this church here, the 72nd United Methodist Church, they jump in the street, making grumble until the police people had to come. Now, when Thomas Diba that taught this one here, one lady they call Fatu Gay, in that same place, also say this thing here that true. People were making grumble in that church in the 72nd area there. So all the checking that TSM do, TSM say, yeah, it is true that there were grumble in the two Methodist church there on Sunday. The one in New Jersey community and the one in 72nd community. On October 8th, Mr. Aloysius Howe, who used to work with the old Minister of Finance, Mr. Samuel Toer, he put it down on his Facebook page to say that the government of Liberia, that people, they cut down the budget for the school, what they call Monrovia Vocational Training Center, MVTC, in this year here. He said by 2022, the government of Liberia, under old President George Weah, the MVTC were getting some plenty money, good money. And then later, the government pulled $140,579 during the 2023 budget. But then he said for the budget for this year, 2024, they cut it down by 4,000 US dollar. So to check all these things here, what Mr. Howe was talking about, TSM decided to go on checking the budget then for 2022 and 2023. The main thing that is something that they said, when Mr. Howe put down, that all the money that the government put down for the MVTC, my old president, we was president for 2022, 2023, and then compare it to the budget, that the money that they put down for this year for MVTC, that the government cut the budget down by $4,000. They want here a correct. On October 6, 2024, one government minister they call Daniel Sando, he working to the government house that can talk for the government of Liberia called Ministry of Information. We put it down on one radio talk show they call Spoon FM that the government of Liberia, they feel one test, one American development group put down they call MCC, Millennial Challenge Compact. This American group here, they can give the test here to other countries. Kind of test here now they tell that they can give students to, but there are things that they want you to do when the government is running, to respect human rights, to make sure that the government do the things that are correct, as to do plenty things that are correct before you will be able to get their credit, what they call their loan. This particular MCC here, the American lawmakers put it down in 2004, and that they want to use it all around the world to, so all the things they put inside the particular thing when a government doing them correct, even if you not do all side, but when you do plenty, then you can be qualified to get their money, what they call their loan. Talking on the radio, Mr. Sando said the government of Liberia under President George Weah failed on this one here 5 times while they were in power. So TSM check, they find out that the thing that Mr. Daniel Sando talked to say the government on all these things here, they failed about 5 times. It is not true. A failed 5 times, only pass the test 1 time, is not correct at all. TSM found out that they failed the test here 4 times, and not 5 times, the way Mr. Daniel Sando said this one here. One news group that is on the internet, they call online platform, and this one here, they call it Shine Liberia. On October 8th, they put it down to say that the Liberia Telephone Company, what they call the Liberia Telecommunication Authority, they say people who refusing to bring their SIM card so that they can carry it to the National ID Card Center they call National Identification Registry, that they must carry it there so the people can put it in their record. That newspaper say people should do so now. Mr. Daniel Sagbe, he's the person in charge of news matter to the National ID Card Center. He say NIR, which is a National ID Card Center, they started doing this National ID Card business here in 1987. He say in 2017, citizens then they pull in and then they get the ID card here, the National ID card. And so from that time on up to today, about 800,000 citizens then, they don't want to get citizen ID card in Liberia here. So because of that, the citizen ID card, you can use it to do business. Then when you go to the bank, you go to any place, you show it will pass just like any other ID card. So they want here a next to the voting card and a next to your passport. So to check whether the thing here get any true thing inside, TSM went to the internet on a Facebook page for the telephone company there, what they call LTA, to find out all these things here. When TSM went there, for through a paper agreement, what they call memorandum of understanding, there are 2 people the Liberia Telephone Company signed with the Liberia Citizen ID Card Office. TSM decided to also check to other places to find out whether the particular thing where they Shine Liberia put down on the internet, whether it is true. And TSM finding out that the thing where that news group called Shine Liberia talk on the internet to say that the National ID Card Center and the Liberia Telephone Company asking citizens there to get their SIM card to the National ID Card Center. This one here is true. The Trace Media, the other day, came across one other information on one internet thing they call TikTok. Now, to the top of this particular thing, what they see on this TikTok here, we read something like this here. 26th President of the Republic of Liberia, JNB, no business as usual. From the time TSM tried to check this thing here up to today, about 19 people sent message to this particular internet page here on TikTok. This one here, it showed that the particular page here on the internet that just now they put it on. And the message, what they call the post on it, they put it there on August 17, 2024. And one message they put there, what they call the post, they get it here on the Liberia transition. 322 people actually write something on this particular post here. What they call reaction. 9 people made comment, and then 22 other people, they take the message and send it to other people. What they call sharing. By September 2025, the President Omar Joe Baka was talking to the United Nations meeting the few days. This particular internet page here, it was still there. So TSM continued to check on the thing whether this one is true. So they read what they call email to Madam Kuda Fofana. Madam Kuda Fofana, that the chief news person to the President of Liberia. Madam Kuda Fofana can say what are they think where on the internet here, the particular page here, the President often know about it. Anyway, from that time on, Madam Kuda Fofana never read back to answer the TSM people. So TSM now say whether that particular page on the internet that true or they're not true, they wouldn't want the public then to be careful how they go around that particular internet page. Here is this other story here on the internet page where they call website. And again, the other web page here they call the WhatsApp group. The few days, these people, they put it down to say that the cell phone company they call MTN, the long name for this one here is Mobile Telecommunications Network. This is the one that working in Liberia here that Lone Star on. On that page or the WhatsApp group, they put it down to say that since Lone Star or the MTN being doing the cell phone business, they put it down that 30 years running now. So for this reason, they are going to make a big program. And to do this program here, they're going to be giving some prize to people who using the MTN. For this reason, they put one form there they want people to follow it. So when you go to open it, the thing that they have there, it will be asking you using MTN network? Are you woman or you man? How many years you get? How old are you? How are you thinking about all? After you answer all this one here, following the form here, when you put OK on it, then another one will open. On this one here that open, they're asking you to do 3 more things before you can get this prize, but they say they get. So TSM look at this thing and say no. Because when they want to check plenty of the things, what they say they will give as prize when you win, that one cell phone they call iPhone 15 Pro Max, then 256 gigabyte or 256 GB, that the one you will get. This gigabyte here, when the cell phone company give it to you, that means it will make it that you will be looking on the internet for plenty time. It will not finish. With all these things now, TSM say no, we got to check. When they went to check, they get some technique there. We can really find out what are things that people put on the internet are true. So they call this one here scamdoc.com. TSM use it. And then they find out that this particular thing that is on the internet there, that people put there about MTN, is not true. Because the particular software where that TSM use, they finish showing them all the technique that's so fake thing there, people then doing to try to take money from people or find all about you or your information. When something that is not real, the other name for it is fake. So nobody will not pay attention to this one here. So this is all we have time for this TSM talk. And we will come your way again with other TSM talk in Pidgin Liberia English. TSM make sure that they check all the facts concerning any story or all story that come up so that you will be able to get a correct story and not the false story. Bye-bye and God bless you. My name is Seo Watosin, your TSM Pidgin Liberian English friend.
I can't stand no more.